Hi guys, welcome back to Water Replay. This time it's an artillery replay. Haven't done one of these before, and this is my Tier 7 American artillery, the M40 43. This battle gets me my ace tanker, and it's only about 10 battles before I've unlocked the T92. So I was quite chuffed to actually get my ace tanker. I was starting to think it would never happen. I'd had a few battles where I'd done sort of 1700 XP. Still not got it. This one was about 1800 XP. Gives you an idea what you've got to do in this machine to get that. Starts off, it's your typical artillery game really. It's not till the very end where it gets really quite exciting. I say exciting now, at the time it was fucking tense. It was one of the most intense games I've been in this machine, if not any other machine. And you'll find out at the end of the video as to why. So I'm in a platoon with a couple of my clanmates, King UK and Beer Fiend. King's in his Scout for us, Beer Fiend's in his GW Panther. And you can see the huge aiming circle and the time it takes this thing to aim. Tier 7's probably the worst, especially excluding the French one. They've definitely got the worst aiming time, the worst loading time, and probably the worst accuracy. This one, the GW Tiger, and the Object 212, which I've all played through before, they're all roughly similar. The GW Tiger's got the most damage, the Object 212 is the most accurate and quickest to aim, and this one sort of sits in the middle. It's got average aiming, average accuracy, average damage. The thing that this has got, which the others don't have, is a bit better mobility. The Tiger and the 212 are very, very slow machines. And see, King's dead already because he went up, scouted, and then sat still in the bush and died. Which we were, how do you say politely, taking a mickey out of him a little bit on TeamSpeak for that. So it's quite a frustrating game actually to start with, because I keep missing. I thought he was going to go back further, so I missed him because we stopped him at forward again. This poor IS-7 on our team here gets absolutely battered. So you can see it feels like an eternity when you're waiting for the reload. You can't see my reload retimer on there, but it's about 32.3 seconds, which is an absolute eternity. Now our guys on the hills, together with me and the other artists, we just absolutely pound the crap out of these 3 tier 10s. They don't make it any further down. Meanwhile, we've got all that going on up here, which I haven't actually been keeping an eye on the map because I've been concentrating on these guys down here. I haven't noticed all these tanks up here which are just free to waltz right in because all we've got is one TD there. That's one eye sitting down, the mouse is dead. This IS-7's going to get it in a few seconds. See, somebody tracked him, so my shell missed and he died. That's the gamble you take with artillery. You can either aim at the tank and hope something's going to track it, or you can aim past it and hope nobody tracks it and it'll drive into your shell. 50-50. On that occasion I was unlucky. Now, I was thinking here, this is game over, there's a batch out in amongst us. He gets hit a few times and Beer Fiend and his Panther manages to finish him off. Right now I'm convinced I've been spotted, although I don't actually have Sixth Sense on this yet, because I went for Brothers in Arms first. So I've got Brothers in Arms and then I think I've gone for Camo on the second one. And what happens when the third skill's ready, when the second skill gets to 100%, I'll let it build up to I've got about 35-40% in the ready to allocate into the third skill, and then I'll drop it for 20,000 credits and put the Sixth Sense on the second skill, which is quite handy. Now we've got these tanks coming around from the east. Again, miss him. So you can see my damage meter at the top there. I've only done 1374 damage, so I'm not exactly having a great battle at this point. Chap in a batch at eye, he's got 3 kills already. And I'm thinking, well, there's tanks there. I'll go for the 103 because he's got the most health. Try and wheedle them down, thinking that the tanks can finish off the guys that have got less health.
That was close. That was close.
So they're pretty much all one-shotable. So again, I'll go for the pattern because he's got the most health. I was wishing I was loaded there. I could have had them both in one shot. This wasn't to be. Let's finish off the pattern. Now it's 10-10. Pretty even. We get the upper hand at the moment. E75 gets done by one of these two guys here. So now they've got an IS-8 and 3 arties. And we've got 2 tier 10 tanks, a tier 10 TD and 2 arties. So effectively, it should be game over. All the tanks have to do is spot and let us kill them. But of course, this being a random battle, it never quite works out like that. Because the tier 10 tanks and TDs, as you probably expect them to do, they will get the red mist, go charging straight in. That's what I was expecting them to do. That's one thing with this game, you can never expect your teammates in a random battle to do what you want them to do. Or never expect them to do the sensible thing. Excuse me. Now you can see the batch eye is relocated down to K1, so you can get clearer shots in behind the buildings, behind the hill. So probably an eye sitting in here, down here. We know the IS-8 is behind the building there. There it is. So he's moved up to get better shots in. Their artist just killed our IS-4. The T-110 is moving up to the hill, and he's moving down. Well, he's kind of moving on the wrong side of the hill. If I was that TD, I would have been coming that side of the hill, where they couldn't spot you, and then pop up in the bushes there. So there's an arty. Now, the batch at arty there, he T'd the target, so he said he was attacking it, and as soon as that message pops up I press fire, which I apologise to him in a second for because I didn't notice the message in time. And he's saying, yep, I'm an idiot because he marked it, and he's right, he marked the target and I fired, so he wasted a shot. And that was exactly my fault, so I've just said that I had fired just as he T'd. And while that was going on, the T-110's died, so now we've got that tier 10 TD. That was a bad shot. the reticule popped because of the building then, and I shouldn't have taken a shot. I should have readjusted and fired again, and I'd probably have had him. And now we lost the tier 10 TD as well. So 13-12, 1 tank and 2 RT against 2 RT. That's me just asking them why you didn't just spot and stay safe. Can't remember if I got a response to that or not. So I was going to sit in the bushes and I decided to aim at the hill, thinking the IS-8 was probably going to come up the hill because obviously he's going to get better views and get better spots on the surrounding areas. Apologies if you can hear any weird noises in the background, but I'm actually drinking a cup of coffee, so sorry for that. No, there he goes. He pops up down here. Now, the accuracy on this thing isn't great, and when you've got angles like that involved, it's best to fire straight away. What I should have done was fired earlier, because as you know, when you play arty, if any of you guys are watching play arty regularly, if there's a target you absolutely have to hit, and there you can see just finished off a batch at high, and there's a rock or a tree or a bush or a bump in the ground, and you've got to hit the target, it's going to hit the bloody rock or the bump in the ground. So now I'm thinking, bugger, it's a tank and 2 arties against me, I'm dead. Luckily, I get loaded, finish him off. The batch at RE, he's just quit the game. He sent me a message after this battle. He just quit the game thinking it was a game over, moving to the next battle. So I get splashed by the 212, prepare my track, move. 40-43 shot lands behind me, which was quite lucky. So I start moving one way, wait until I'm going to pop off their view, then move a different way. Now I'm thinking, what would I do? I'll go to the hill, get better visibility. I'm not sure why, but you can't see the timer. Normally, you get the game timer up here somewhere, but it's not there. I don't know why that is. But at this point, there's about, I believe, 2.5 minutes, roughly, to go. So I thought, we'll come up, drive up to the hill, staying low, just in case anyone's gone up to the hill. Can I make my way round the left hand side of the map? Plan was to go down there. And there's the 40-43. Now they're doing what is a sensible thing to do. Send one to the cap and to spot, and let the other one shoot. He misses me, I get him. And the object 212 misses me. So that was quite lucky. So now I'm carrying on going the way I'm going. Wait to pop off the view, and then I'll switch my direction again. Just to kind of keep them thinking, keep them guessing. Now at this point, I'm thinking I could win this. My teammate Beerfiend is saying like there's only a minute and a half or only a minute and 45 to go. Just play for a draw and hide. Excuse me. And I was saying to him, well, no, I want to win this. I can do it. Got the red mist. I've also, my hands are shaking because it's so intense. No, I'm not really at Top Gun, but it's just a win is so much better than a draw, because obviously for a draw, as far as credits and experience go, it's exactly the same as a loss. You don't get any multipliers or bonuses or anything. So now I'm doing what RTD should have done. Come round the hill, and come round low, and there we go, there's a 212. Luckily he wasn't pointing at me, and he's backed off. So I decided to kind of play chicken, fake him out a bit, drive towards it. When it pops off the view, then I turn, run away down the hill. Because I've got a lot more speed than him, and a lot more manoeuvrability, so I get some distance between us, and then I can turn back into him, and hopefully pop up in a place where you won't expect it. Yep, so he's still looking at the hill. And I get a few seconds to aim, bang, finish him off as well. Only half aimed. 5 kills, save the battle from the team. A quick lol message from me. I think most of the people had exited out of the battle because there wasn't a single message of congratulation from there. My clanmate Beer Fiend, he was going mental. King had disappeared by that point, I don't know where he'd gone. But that was awesome, and I was actually physically shaking after that because it was so kind of intense. It was worse than a Clan Wars battle. It was only a random. And that was 1800 something XP. Got me my Ace Tanker badge, which I was really chuffed with. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the battle, guys. Thank you for watching. As always, feel free to leave any comments, and please subscribe if you like it, and there'll be plenty more where that came from. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.